A very important news has been reported by Zimra News Agency that was carried by an Arabia, and that was lifted by Reuters News Agency that pertains to the question of security to the Chinese personnel working in Pakistan. President Xi has demanded from Pakistan to provide best possible security to the Chinese engineers and workers working abroad, working across Pakistan under the CPEC BRI system. Pakistan has assured time and again that it will provide the best possible security cover to the Chinese engineers. But this time, not only the foreign minister who just last week visited Pakistan had reiterated that Pakistan should concentrate more on the question of security to the Chinese personnel. Now it is a new, sort of a dimension to the news and the story. That is, Pakistan has agreed to Chinese proposal for a joint security cover to the Chinese people because there has been alarmingly dangerous proposition environment in Balochistan and Khyber Pakhtunkhwa. China has also demanded that the Gwadar Seaport and the Gwadar International Airport should be put in operational mode. Sooner the better. Last year, both the projects came to total completion. State-of-the-art airport, hospitals working in Gwadar. So there is a huge investment by China. And there is also the question of the strategic proposition and the location by Chinese in Balochistan province and elsewhere. However, there are also reports that the ML1, the main line, railway main line ML1, is now to be financed by the Asian Development Bank loan. Negotiations are underway for securing around $2,000 million loan for the ML1. Technical support will be provided by China. On the other hand, there are some developments that the Hamas has assured its fullest possible cooperation to the authorities, to the United States of America for the protection of the Gaza and Palestinian people. And Hamas is ready for a deal if there is a comprehensive plan for security and peace in that region, where more than 65,000 innocent people, unarmed people have been killed by the Israeli Defense Forces. So, it's a new, emergence of and the offer by the Hamas for restoration of peace in the region that has attracted worldwide protest, even Australia, Europe, many countries in the Europe, United States of America, Canada. People came on the streets and demanded, peace, protection, security to the people of Gaza who have suffered a lot. Israeli Defense Forces not even spared those people who were in queue seeking for food assistance, water, etc. They were killed. So the Chinese move for the security Shanghai Cooperation Organizations and the parade that was organized in Beijing by China, where more than 25 countries participated, has alarmed the situation globally. West considers this parade as a big threat to Europe and the America and its allies and the friends. The fact is otherwise. That China has, though demonstrated the state-of-the-art technology, weaponry, the ground forces, combat, weaponry, weapons, vehicles, and not only that, the hypersonic missiles, etc., etc., etc. China has also spoken out, the president of China has also spoken out that it's going to be a new world order. Experts say it will take around 10 years, another 10 years, for China to be the superpower of the world. But China considers that there is a need for the secured world. There should not be the American world order alone, but it should also be the new bloc that has emerged, that is China, Russia, North Korea, and other allied countries. As far as Pakistan is concerned, Pakistan is passing through the most critical floods and rains these days. The wheat crop that was mismanaged and not properly procured, the procurement was not in the complete, it was not properly handled by the government of Punjab. Thousands of lakhs of metric tons of wheat even lied in the fields, and that was not lifted, and bags were not even provided to the farmers. The rates some 3 weeks back were 2,000 to 2,200 rupees per month, and that have reached now 3,900 to 4,200 rupees. So it is almost more than double. And what's going to happen in the month of September, October, November, December? Next crop will be available in the month of April 2026. So I apprehend a big crisis of food items. It's going to be a food insecure country, that's Pakistan, that has agriculture as a mainstay, with around 23 to 25% of the GDP from the agriculture sector alone. So Pakistan will come across with a huge food shortage, rice and wheat. Maybe there could be a need of importing wheat. Previously, Pakistan had imported it from Ukraine. A very poor quality wheat was imported by the private importers. Sugar is already in the process of being imported, and allegations are there for the mismanagement, corruption in the exports of sugar previously to the tune of around 300 billion rupees. Now it's being imported at a very high prices, say around 500 plus, $500 to $541 per metric ton. So it's a great game going on as far as the corruption is concerned. Judiciary, had the judiciary been alive towards true perspective, towards true spectrum, the corruption could have been halted and controlled by the judiciary. But that's not the case in Pakistan. Judiciary has shown its total incapability, incapacity. It is not properly capacitated to handle the question of corruption. Infighting, what the Justice Nasrullah and Justice Athar bin Allah day before in Karachi has said that infighting and the hybrid system is nothing but ultra constitution working by the government, by the judiciary itself. So it's a huge mismanagement, gross irregularities. So is the case with, Mustafa Nawaz Khokar had filed a petition with the Supreme Court of Pakistan that is regarding the irregularities in the judicial system of the highest court. That's not fair. Pakistani peoples are expecting more from the government, but that is not the case. Ladies and gentlemen, there are many problems, and this flood has ruined the plains of Punjab. That is the main crop area of sugarcane, wheat and rice. The crops have been vanished due to this flood. And the water, excessive water released by India in the 3 rivers has caused this flood. Pakistan has not yet formally lodged its protest and given any official, its observations regarding the release of the water. These are the statements by the defense minister and others. On the side of the question of the extension in the service of the chief of army staff, this is also a debate going on in Pakistan, that the political parties in power these days, that is the three parties coalition, they have agreed to have another extension of 2 years to the sitting army chief. Ladies and gentlemen, this is Dr. Abdul Jabbar Khan. That was, we discussed the weekly roundup around the globe. I express my gratitude and thanks for joining this channel, Dr. Abdul Jabbar Khan Official. Thank you very much and God bless you.